everyone. Hi to those that are here and hi to those that are watching this back. I am so sorry about the glare. Let's take that away from the glare. Okay, happy Saturday to everyone and welcome to our part 2 of Mysteria. This is by Anastasia, Elly, Koldareva. And if you're new to the channel, thanks for coming on over. If you're watching this back and you're new to the channel, you can open the live chat. There is a live chat, so there's everyone that I'm speaking to will be in the live chat. So if you're new, you can open it up by pressing it. Press live chat and not the top chat. So change the settings at the top and you should be able to join in. Also, just a quick mention before I say hello to everyone. If you are new and you're not quite sure how this all works, you have to wait for the upload. So the upload can take somewhere between like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, and then the chat should appear. Hi, Nana. Hi, Gaza. Hi, Anna, Daria, Susie, Donna. Hiya. Happy Saturday, ladies and gents. Hi, Wendy, Brenda, Michelle, Sam, Karen. Hi. Hi, Purple Lou. Hi, Karen. Hi, you guys. Hi, Robin. Morning. Hi, Becky and Steve. Hi, Randy. Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend, shall I say? Hiya. Hi. So yeah, Thursday, I took you on a different adventure. So we wasn't here on Thursday and we went shopping instead. And I thought that'd be a different venture for everyone to come on with me. Hi, everyone joining. So I give it a couple of minutes for everyone to come on in. Hi, Shannon. And, you know, for everyone that joins the live chat, that's okay. You lurk away. Hi, Jude. Hi, Joey. Yes, Sam, it was really fun. I enjoyed doing that. I must admit, I did take an extra painkiller, tramadol, to go, but I had so much fun. Hi, Michelle. Hi, sis. So, yeah, I had a great time and I thought it was just a fun thing to do for the channel. I honestly didn't go for myself. Well, you could see I had really good restraint. Good morning, Connie. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me this Saturday. So this will be part 2. Oh, have you frozen over in Wisconsin? That's okay, Lou. That's okay, sweetheart. You lurk. Yeah, I know. I was so good, Nana, because I knew that I'd rather get other things at the end of the month for the, you know, Copics and stuff. I was really, really good. Really good. What, did you spend a fortune, Wendy? I really enjoyed doing it though. So if you didn't see part 1, we did the succulents on this lady. Let me know if it's nice and clear. Oh, did you, Sam? I know. I walked around and you could hear it in my voice. I was, ooh, over everything. Oh my gosh, Wendy. But I love that feeling. I love that feeling. I love it when you come out the shop with so much and like the partners look at you as if to say, you didn't need all that, and you're just thinking, but I enjoyed myself. Who cares? But next time I won't show so much restraint, because when I don't, you know, I had a couple of comments saying, oh my gosh, why don't you do a vlog or like a day in the life of? And I was like, I've got such an uninteresting life because I'm at home with, you know, a lot of the time with pain and stuff. So I'm like, I would be so boring. So it's only when I go on my excursions. Hi, Mel. You've been so close to buying this book. Well, I'm not going to say don't buy it. I'm the worst person. Hi, Kyla. Hi, Marie. I'll way around in my relationship. Is the shopper? Oh, really? See, I've got a saver. I'm not a saver. I'm the shopper. Oh, you got the dispatch. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Anyone that buys this book, you will love it. So we have done one on the channel before, which we did this lovely lady. But we're doing this one because this was chosen by you. Hi, Melody. Hi, Adri. Sorry, Adri. Okie dokie. I've got mine. I've got my tea. So we are continuing on this one. This was chosen by the subscriber vote, which I was really happy about. I wasn't complaining. Hi, Ray. No, see, Andrew, it's quite funny. You'll laugh. Andrew was sitting in the garden section on the lounges, on the chairs, waiting for me. And I had a little peep around the corner, and he was like in one of those sun lounges, just sitting there. He looked like he was going to fall asleep. But his eyes soon opened when I said, Andrew, do you want to go and get some lunch? He was like, oh, and he was straight up. It was quite funny. But he was the driver who drove me there, so you know. Okay, so I'll give it one more minute, and then I'm just going to dive straight on in there. Oh, it did. Hi, Mum. You bought a small succulent. I found one in the range, but I didn't buy it. I was so close. I was so close. I walked in there and I thought, we got a few bits. I needed some pillows and, you know, all the boring bits. And then I bought all the little tiny bits. And we saw so many things for the home. And I was so tempted, but I didn't. So, right, I'll explain. So if you were here last time, we did the succulents. We haven't done them all because we've got little like budding ones around here. So what I thought about doing is breaking up doing all the succulents today and focus on the skin and hair. And then we will come back and do all these ones. Now, I'm going to do this in pencils this time round, but the next time I work in this book, you know, whenever it might be, or her dragon one, I probably will mix it again with Copics like we did on the other one. But for this time round, we're going to focus just on pencils because I quite like the idea of just doing a whole pencil piece on this one. I really like the pencil effect that it had on the succulents. I thought that worked really, really well with it. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. So I thought, let's stick with that. Now, I am mixing up my pencils probably now. We only use Prismacolors and all the succulents, but what I think we might do is mix it up and use a mixture of, I quite like luminance for the skin, which is just something that I like to mix with the Prismacolors now. If I do mix any other brands, it will just be Prismas, Polys and luminance on this particular picture. But I will show you and tell you what I'm going to be doing because now we've got our colour cards. So for the moment, I'm going to pull out those three. I've still got to swatch a few and I will get around to doing those in the next week or so. But my neck's been awful. So I haven't actually done any colouring. Okay, so for this one, I might be referring to these two as well, but for now we have just been using the Prismacolors, and then we're probably going to mix in a few of the Lumies and the Polys, but we'll see. I go by the color. I don't go by the brand. I go by the color. So if I know I want a particular color out of a set, I'll pick it from whichever set that might be. You will have the colour cards on the screen and I'll tell you exactly what we're changing over to. So, hi Caroline. So, that's okay, Pamela. So I'll get on with it. I'll start. Hopefully my neck won't play up today. It has been, I've done something to the muscle. I pulled that muscle. So it's just been, I haven't been able to do anything in my free time. Now, feedback quickly. Is it okay on your screens before I plod on? Is it bright enough? I'll zoom in one, but is it bright enough on your screens? Does it need brightening up one? How is the picture? Do let me know. Hold on. If the picture's clear, that's all I need to know. Good, perfect. Right, let's go for it then. So what I think I'm going to start with is the skin. Now for the skin, I am thinking about pulling out my Lumies because I absolutely love the luminance on the skin. And I'm going to start off with putting my darker shadow shades in first. Nice and bright. Good. That's what I like to hear. As long as it's clear, that's my main thing. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a couple of shades that I need. So I'm going to start off with a, these are the Caran d'Ache Luminance. This is Burnt Sienna 50%, which is 866. I'll pull out a few shades. This is Burnt Ochre 10% in 872. Burnt Ochre 50% 876. I'll mix in with Prismas as well. Hi, Unicorn. Not yet, Caroline, I don't believe. Otherwise, I would have said something. But when I come off, I will certainly have a look. For sure. Okay, and then in the Prisma colours, we're going to pull out Parma Violet in PC 1008. Oh, let me have a look. Excuse my voice. Let's see how we get on. I'll just pull a load of colours out, and if I really don't use them all, that's fine. Espresso, usually for shadows, PC 1099. I need my beige. Where's my beige gone running? It usually runs away. Okay, beige, PC 997. I don't think I need any red tone. I'm not going to use the red tones. I don't need that. I want it more towards like a brown. So I'm going to pull out Sienna Brown in PC 945. I'm just pulling a few colours out. As I said, we probably won't use all these, but if I've got them there, then I can swing over to them if I need to. Okay, Nectar 1092. And then if we need anything else, as I said, I'll pull them out. We do need a white, but I'm going to use a luminance white, which I like. Is this the white? No, that's the buff titanium. Is that the white? Aye. Okay, so let me get my cards out, everybody. So we've got a few colours there. I'm going to pull out the cards that I need. Okay, so the Lumies was white. 866. We've got luminance white. Okay, so if I pull out the cards, then we've got them, haven't we? Luminance white, and then we've got Burnt Ochre 50%. You just have to bear with me for just a minute, just while I get all my bits out. Burnt Ochre 50%. There's 10%. Burnt Ochre 10. Burnt Ochre 10. Wait. 876, 872. So there's 872. That's perfect. 872, 866. 862, 862, 876. And 866. Just bear with me, everyone. Sorry, I will be back with you. I have to just tune out for a second, just while I grab these colours out. So it's easy to take them out the ring, so I can just pop them in the screen for you. Hi, Gracelyn. Okie dokie. That's okay, Caroline. 866. I found it. Okay, so let me just grab all these cards, guys, and then we'll have an easier time. 876. It's an easier time then for everyone. I haven't got to search for them on the rings. There we go. Okay, so I've got the luminance ones. So the Lumies that I've just pulled are there. That's the Lumies. And then the Prismas are, I know where they are in this now. Okay, so we need the lovely espresso. I love the colour espresso. It's my shading tool for doing my shadows. Okay, so we're going to have espresso. We're going to have nectar, burnt sienna. Sienna brown. Hi, Cheryl. So bear with me, everybody. I am with you, I promise. I'm just grabbing what I need so that we're not chopping and changing on the ring. So it just makes life easier for everybody if I do it this way. Makes life easy for me and easy for you. I'm going to bring out a peach as well. And then I need beige. Okay. So now's the time to go and grab your drinks if you need your drink. Beige and nectar. So how is everybody while I'm sitting here trying to sort out? You all good? How's your weekend going so far? I'm all right. As I said, I've had a bad neck. I don't know what I've done. I seem to have done something to it, but it's I've kept it resting so that I can stream. So I should be good. I should be good to go. It's just one of those things that I have no idea what I've done. I haven't done anything in particular. I just think I've overstrained it. And do you know what I think it was? You know, you do the colour by numbers. I did one of those. And you know the tiny little numbers on your page, and you have to go right down in the page. I think it was that. Okay, I think I've pulled out all my colours now. I think it was that. You know, you're right down in the absolute pit of your picture. Okay, you're all good. But let me make my chat bigger because my eyes. Drinking coffee, sitting here, enjoy this. Good. Well, I've now, you'll be pleased to know, got all my cards out. So, morning, anyone that I may have missed. All right. So what I think I'm going to do is start with my shadows. Now, I'm going to start with the luminance, and I think I'm going to go for the burnt sienna, 50%. And this is a really nice, it's quite a dark tone. However, let me have this over a bit. It's really nice for starting to drop in your shade in. Ah, you should go and have a little nap. Okay, Caroline. Go and have a nap, Adri. I hope you feel better. What's that, Gracelyn? You have a question. Is there a Jasmine Beckett? And other one, what book, what picture? Oh, it was the mermaids, and it was at the back. It was with the it was in Jasmine Beckett Griffith Mermaids. I know what one you're on about, the beginners one. Hey, Kimberly. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just bear with me. I'm gonna have to pull you over here because I'm over this side. Otherwise, my arm's trying to be Stretch Armstrong here. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, it was Jasmine Beckett. I think it was the mermaids. I think that's the one that you're referring to. Right. Straight away, you can see, I'm going to have to bring you down a little bit more, but I don't want to make you all pixelated. So I think that should be all right. If it's nice and clear, that's all I care about. Hey, Michelle. So burnt sienna, 50%. As I said, it's a really good colour to start laying in some shading and shadows. So I'm going to start in her ear. And I'm going to just start off with light layers. Light layers. Oh, Nana, it's a lovely book. Okie dokie, Susie. Hi, Jay. Anyone that I may have missed or you're lurking, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, all the jasmines are really nice. I really like them. And I'm glad the feedback for the last video, because I wasn't sure. I know I was going to do a live stream this Thursday, but then Andrew was home, which is unusual for a Thursday. He's usually working. And I said, Andrew, I want to take everyone shopping. And he went, huh? I said, I want to take everyone shopping. He said, who? I said, the channel. And he went, oh. He said, well, I'm not doing anything if you want to go. I was like, yes, let's go. So we went. There was another one. I'll have to have a look, Gracelyn. I can't think back. I know I did one for the skulls. Is that the one that you're on about? Okay, so I start off with just very light layers, just going in, just to start to build up where I want shading and stuff in, you know, shaded areas. Hey, Nicotina. Hiya, Kate. So it is just the case of just laying in where you would like shaded areas to go. And on the ear, this is quite heavy. So you want a fair amount of it, but light pressure, because you will build up and you will have to go in a couple of times over, you know. So I'm just going to have a look here. We've got a little section here in between her hair. And I am going to make her a bit more bronze rather than pinky. I don't want her red. I don't want any henna in this skin. I want a bit more of a brown tone in it rather than red. So if you were slightly sun-kissed, or I mean, she's been in the desert, she's got succulents all over her hair, so she should be a little bit more bronzed than red. Let's say that. Okay, so I really am just planting in where I would like the first lay down of this color to go. Now you can see there's going to be some here because there's a little bit of shading. Hi Dorothy. So I'd rather her have the shading to start with, so I know where I'm going with it, but just be very light with your touch, because otherwise you might make her look like she's got 2 black eyes and she's had a bit of a run-in with a cactus. So just nice light layers. And then we'll build up, because I want to put some sienna brown in. And I just want to sort of plan where I want my shading to go to initially start with. So just start that out. Hi, Pickle. How you doing? I truly hope everyone's had a good few days, and it's the weekend. So if you are off work, for those of you that work, then I hope you have a good one and dedicate some time to yourselves. Okay, so I'm going to go around her nose there. I'm also going to put down some in her hairline here. So I am going light touch. Okay, Gracelyn, will do. I'll have a look. I'll have a look after the stream. Okay, so same with underneath here. So you don't have to do this a long route. You can use markers if you really want to start this process off. And it's good because you can do markers because they're single-sided. And we did use Copics on the last colour along that we did in here. But I thought, being that this colour along was chosen by you guys, I would try and stick to pencils that people have got access to rather than Copics, because I know quite a few people say, oh, you know, I can't afford them. So I said, okay, let's do this with pencils, this one, but the next colour along that I do, I'm going to do mixed. So I probably will do Copics and pencils. But good choice. I was so happy when you chose this one. No, Dorothy. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. He's not well, Pickle. Bless him. It's horrible when they're ill. I don't have children, but I know I'll be the worst because I'll just probably over-mother them. I'm terrible when the animals are sick. Okay. So as you can see, I'm going in light to start, and I do want a heavier amount here, so I will just add a touch more. And same within these sort of sections here, there is skin. Now I'll leave the neck and the body for after. So we want to start to think about where else we want to add any sort of shading and shadows. So the nose has got a heavier section here. So if you just use a light touch, you can come down into that sort of line, and that will show up as you go along. Ah, oh, nice, Dorothy. I want to do this one soon. I won't do the whole, I'm not going to do it on the channel. What I'll do is do half in my time, and I'll show you this one, because I really want to do the skin and hair on this. And I really, really want to do her hair like sort of brown with caramel ends. And I want to do her sort of like a light Caribbean tone, not really dark, or not really light, you know, that sort of a mid-tone. And I want to try the Black Widow sets when they eventually come. So I really I just love this. I love this illustration. So I was thinking about doing half in my time and showing you the other half on the channel. But I really like this one, and I really want to, it'll give me the opportunity as well to colour, you know, a completely different tone, different hair. That's what's exciting me about this one, the hair. I love the hair. So I really want to go to that one soon, but that will be in my own time, and then I'll do the other half. Hi, Attidol, how are you? Dorothy, you'll have so much fun in it. Anyone that's got this coming, honour all of you. You're going to have fun. It is an absolute beauty of a book. So Melody knows how thankful I am. I was over the moon. I messaged her as soon as it came, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's amazing. It is. It truly is. It is, Dorothy, but it's light, again, it's just all the light layers. It's light layers, light layers, light layers. But I think having the right tones is the key, and it's planning them out beforehand. Okay, so I'm going to go over to, this is my other luminance. This is Burnt Ochre 50% 876. Oh, you're going to have, again, you're going to have so much fun. I can't wait to do that one in my free time. As I said, I'll do half and then pop on camera and do the other half if you want. Okay, so I want to do round the edging of the one that we've just done. So we've just used the previous pencil. I want to come and meet that a bit. So just again, a light touch, and I want to sort of come to over the end of the eyebrow. Yeah, it's all about your choices, I think, colour choices and tones, and what kind, you've got to look at your picture, and I think reference pictures are great to kind of go on as well. So if you go on Google or Pinterest or any of that, even that Arty app, if you're on iOS, would be a good starting point to pick out your pencils, or colour picker pencil things that you can have. They're good because they give you a sort of leg up on stuff, and it gives you a little bit of a boost onto where you're going to go with your pencils. So I'm really excited to try that. The hair's drawing me in on that as well, the hair, because I love doing hair, and that is just like just curly, gorgeous hair, and I'm just like, let's do it, why not? So I love the curls, and I love doing hair. So we got one more hair episode, which should be next week, but I want to get some of this done first. Hi, anyone that I may have missed. I'm sure you are, Arnie Cage. I'm sure you are. Oops. Oops, 1 second, guys. I was just hiding someone. Hi, Lennox. It's an ombre one, Pickle. So we're going to do brown into caramel. I've got my reference picture. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Okay, so super light touch on this one. And we'll build up. That's the whole point in this, is light layers built up. So I'm going to be concentrating for a minute because I've just got to plan out where things are going. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Okay, so as I say, light layers to start with, just plan where you want your colours to go initially. That's all it is. It's a planning game. Then you build up on it. Then we're going to go over to another luminance, which is burnt ochre at 10%. So again, I'm just going to meet that other colour. We can mix it all in and layer it all in after. But the name of the game to start with is to add in where you want your colours first of all and build up on that. And that's how I've always coloured. My colouring style is always start off light, map out, build up and work on the areas bit by bit. Okay, so again on this side, there's a light section in the nose, so we're going to keep that light for now. And then same in the chin, you've usually got a nice big area on the chin that you build up of like a little sheen, so we'll do that. And here in the cheek, I'm trying to think what colour I'm going to plant in. I want it a bit more bronze, but I'm going to put a pinky tinge as well. So let me just grab the colour card for this one. So, oh, it's okay. I don't mind things like that because it's just usually children that have, you know, too much time on their hands over the weekend and they come on. And I'm absolutely fine. You know, trolls will be trolls. It's fine. I don't get offended by anything because they don't know you personally. They're just children. They're children with too much time. Okay, so I'm just planting a little bit of pink in her cheek. But as I said, we're going to bronze her up a bit anyway. But you do that after. So for now, I'm just putting where I want my colours. So we're going to put some pink in her cheek. And then we're going to come back to our burnt ochre. And now I just kind of want to lay a light layer of it all, and then we're going to build up on it. And that is then when we're going to start to see where she comes to life. So let's go for it. It's not my art anyway. I'm just colouring it. But yeah, it's just children, and they've got too much time on their hands over the weekend. And you know, don't get me wrong, I have children watching the shows, and that's perfect. But the children that are off school that just want to spam streams are funny because it's just ridiculous. I mean, there was 101 things I'd rather do as a kid. I was out having fun. Okay, so now we've got a base going. We know where we're going with the colours. No, Michelle, just at home. Hi, Candice. Good to see you. Hi, Kay. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Right. So now we've got a starting point where we can go off of. This is now where we're going to start to build up. So I've worked out where I want my shading, worked out where I want my light, and where I want my cheek colour to go. Now we're going to build up. So go back to, I'm going to get Nectar. Now I'm going to start putting in different colours. Okay, so with the Nectar, I'm going to bring some up here, and it is just a case of build up. Just build up those colours and layer up those colours. Now, Nectar I use a lot in Caucasian skin. It is a nice tone without being too pink or being too orange. It's like a mid-tone. It's a really nice colour. Yeah, that's fine, Candice. You get yourself better. Just wrap up, keep yourself warm. If there's no need to go out, don't go out. And enjoy like books or telly or anything. Staying in bed, I know, can be boring. I did a year of it, but it's the best place when you need to be there. So you get yourself better. Okay. So I am just going to add a bit more in here. Again, I'm going light layers. And I'm going to go under here as well. So into those colours that we've done, but it mixes really well with other colours. Nectar. Sam, is that at me? 4 years, I think now. 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. If there's anything at me, guys, because otherwise I miss it, just pop it in caps. I promise, I know you're not shouting. Just pop it in caps and I'll see. Yeah, I should be able to see it. As long as I look up in time. Okay. So we're going to start adding our build up colours. We're going to get our sienna brown in and just start building up. When I first started out, I was just with like felt tips. So the fibre tips, like the Staedtler. I think they were Staedtler Tri Plus. I still got them. Not the fine liners, the felt tips. Then I got the fine liners, and then I got the Faber-Castell student pack of pencils, and they were the first pencils, and then the polys, and they were the first ones that I learned how to properly use. And it went from there, and then I was hooked. But you can share your colouring journeys as well. Oh, that's okay, Melody. How's your time with your sister been? Have you had a good time? Okay, so I'm going to deepen up on the top of her eye, and the same with like on the top of her eyebrow. So I'm just going to add a touch there. Now, again, I've outlined her face. I want to sort of add a bit more of a deeper tone coming down here as well. And by her nose and her lip. So now I'm going to bring in a bit of beige before I bring in any browns. I should, but I wouldn't enjoy it, Pickle. I wouldn't enjoy it. You know why? Because I would want to add more to it now, but I shouldn't I? If I could mix them in with other things, then I'd be happy. But if I had to do it with just those pens, I wouldn't enjoy it. So I'm just going to bring some beige, which is a slightly yellow toned. So we're not going to use too much of that. There's many colours you can use to skin. You don't have to flat colour, you know, with one. Or in the same breath, you don't have to do the amount I do. I just like to add different tones in because skins can have many different tones to it. So we're going to bring our other one back soon. The one that what colour is it? I have to find it now. Which one was I using before? The burnt ochre 10% 872. Yeah, see, if I could mix in with other stuff, that'd be absolutely fine. But I think because if I just had to do it with the bog standard ones that I had in the beginning, I'd find it difficult. I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd be very stumped. I'd be like, I just wouldn't enjoy it. I know I wouldn't. I've got too much that I'd want to tweak, and I know I'd have to bring in something else. Okay, so this was the Prismacolor beige. Okay. So you can see it starts to yellow it up, which is what you don't want too much of. You just want a tint of that underneath. So then we're going to get in back to our burnt ochre 10% luminance. Now leave an area in the middle of her forehead that's going to be, it's going to be not white, but you want it as a shine. So you want to add your white into the middle. So you can come to the middle with your pencil. This is just how I'm going. There's not one way of doing this. This is just how I'm going to do her. And I'm going to add white into the middle of her forehead so that it gives it kind of a bit of a sheen. So I'm just going to build and layer up. I hope she's not looking too yellow on your screens. Hiya! Oh, thank you. I hope, because she's not yellow in mine. Hold on, guys. I just don't want it to, you know what the lighting sometimes does. Okay, so I want that area above her eyebrow to be quite white. And I want an area on her chin to be a little bit light as well. So just go quite light on the pressure on those sections. And I'm just going to take my time on this. I'm not going to rush her. We didn't rush the succulents, and so I'm not going to rush her skin either. So that's still going to have a bit of a pinky tinge to it. And we've still got to bring in our sienna brown. So it's just a case of adding and tweaking and taking our time with things. And yeah. No, thank you. I mean, as I said, I'll take my time. We'll build up. I just hope on your screens it's okay. All right, so I'm not in chat for a minute because I'm just trying to focus on her shading and blending in. So in here as well, I want to add, it's got an ear and in those. So we'll go to the ear, just add it in, very light touch. And then I'm going to just bring in, before I move on to anything else, I'm just going to bring in the luminance white. And you see her forehead, I want that to have a lighter touch. So you can just add that in into the very mid. And the same with here. There's like a highlighted bit above the eye. And there. And we've got to bring in some shading and stuff after. And on the nose. So just add that in. You can just build up and build up and build up as time goes on. Right, so what I'm going to do now is bring in some sienna brown. Sienna brown. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start to shade up a bit and add a bit of bronze to her. So I want some by her eye. And I'm going to just take my time and a light touch again doing that. And the same with her nose here. Now, I'm not going heavy. I'm on a super light touch to the page. It just gives it more of a brown tinge rather than a red. I didn't want the red, which is fine. I mean, I've still got to put espresso in and shade up, but oh, I'm so uninteresting, Sam. I'd be happy to. If you all wanted that, I'd be more than happy to questions and answers, but I just find myself so uninterested. I'm like, well, if you ask me stuff, I mean, I haven't got a lot going on. But you can ask me, of course you can. Okay, so I'm just going with some more sienna brown into the ear before I add any espresso and shade it up a bit more. And then I'm just going to drop in after the espresso into, you know, these sort of sections where you've got like a bit of a shadow in the ear as you're going into the inner ear. We'll drop that after, but you've got to kind of build up first. And I'm just going to add a touch more. So I want to bring in some light peach as well. I completely forgot to add that into the mix. For some bizarre reason, she's looking very yellow on your screens, and I've got no idea why. Hold on. And anything type of questions, anything, I suppose, it would be whatever you want, within reason. I couldn't do any questions that are really, really like personal, but yeah, it'd be an anything question. I don't mind doing them. I just feel like I am really, yeah, that's fine. But I just find myself, I said, so I just, because I'm at home all the time, you know, there's not masses that I do, and I just think, what would you want to know? Hold on, everyone. Let me find my light peach. Where's my light peach? My light peach. Hold on, everyone. My sharpener's, there we go. My sharpener got stuck, and I've got colouring shavings all over the place. Oh, that's in June. I know. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's in June. That's the Hugh Jackman thing that he's doing. He's doing a show, and he's going to do the Greatest Showman songs, and oh, I can't wait. Has anyone got anything that you're going to this year? Okay, I'm getting my light peach Prisma, and now I'm just going to go and blend in very lightly around all of the edging. I'm going to bring in some purple after, but we'll do the shadows and stuff after. So this is just bringing in together and blending out what we've sort of put in and adding it all as one. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's honestly, it's my favorite. It is my favorite film now. I can happily say that The Greatest Showman is my favorite film of all time now, and that knocked off Dirty Dancing from its top spot. They've been there years. I love Dirty Dancing. I love Patrick Swayze, but I just love it. The singing, the dancing, the everything. Okay, so if I'm quiet, it's only because I'm concentrating for a bit, because I want to get this skin worked right before I add, and you know. Okay, so all this part here needs to be deepened up a bit. So you can come in a little bit more generous with this light peach. So just work it, just work your hand in. Nice light touch, but if you do multiple layers over and over, it will soon build up. Oh, I know, he was amazing though. Mary Ellen, I'm going to give her like a brunette hair with a slight red tinge, I think. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my Deco Pink. And this is a Prisma colour. And I'm going to work that into her cheek here slightly. Now, you can bring it down a touch as well. I don't want to give her like deep pink cheeks. I just want to give it like a tint, like rosy cheeked. You know, if you were to go rosy cheeked, you'd have a pink tinge. So I just want to work that in, and then before we move, and I can tweak as I go along, just want to give her a little bit of a purple hint into her skin. So I'm not going heavy on this. This is the Parma Violet in the Prismas. This all looks totally different as well when you add colour to the hair. You'll see. You'll see. It will change entirely. It tones everything down as soon as you add colour to the hair. And you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I'm just going to add a touch under here. Adding the hair colour just makes everything change up. So the Parma Violet is just acting as just a hint, really. It's not your sort of defining one. Yeah, I know, it's true. It's because of the lighting. It's the lighting. The lighting entirely changes everything. And I found that when I do these streams, I sort of have a quick peek back to see how the screen was for you. And I think, oh my gosh, it looks totally different. Why is it looking different? It's all to do with lighting. You're going to bingo. Okay, Deb, have a good time. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my peach Prisma, and I'm just going to add that into the ear. Before we add deeper colours. And same into here. Now again, I'm light touch around the edging of that Parma Violet because you don't want to smudge it. So you just light touch on everything. It just works it in a bit. Okay. Just trying to see if I'm happy with that or not. I might bring a touch of the nectar in here a minute, guys. I just want to tweak until I'm happy. I'm just going to bring a little bit into that deco pink. Okay, so it just deepens that up a little bit for me till I'm happy with it. Hi, Andrea. Randy, no way. I know it does that to me all the time. I'm like, why did you just send me into chat, Jow? What are you trying to say? Okay, I'm just coming back to my luminance white and just only on certain areas. I want her to have lighter parts. It is just on light tones. Okay, so I just want my espresso a minute, and this will be my shading tool. And as I said, you'll see we'll do the hair, and then we'll come back to doing the neck and stuff, and you'll see the difference doing the hair, you know, will make to the face. All this like deep tone, it won't be as deep at all. It changes it up. It changes it up. Okay, so I think we just add a touch around her eyebrow. And then I'm going to add some here. We'll do our eyes and our eyelashes and stuff after. I'm going to add a touch on a sort of cheek part here and here, just to define it. And then her nostril. See, it makes all the difference after. Okay. And then when we come to the hair, we'll put a base down first. And then we'll build on that. And you'll see what a difference it makes. We'll come to the neck and stuff after. Okay. Hi, anyone that I might have missed. It's funny. I always do that to myself. And then I think, but I wasn't even talking that much. And just, without smudging it, just blend out that edge there with a light peach. I always find it funny when they send me into chat, Chow. I'm like, why? What are you trying to say? Okay, let's go for a very light, let's have a look in our polys. We'll go to our polys a minute. So I want a really nice light brown. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our browns. So our browns start here. Now, I'm thinking like a raw umber lay down. This is just going to be like a lay down. Then you can, oh no, this one could be a lay down. Then you can have like the burnt umber. Let me have a look. Walnut brown. We need a red in there as well. Let's take our browns out. Let's take our browns out and have a little figure out session. Hold on. I like to have a little look about what we can do, and then I can decide on the colours that we're going to head for. We need black, obviously. No, we don't like that. We don't want that. Okay, so we need a red. I'm thinking like a hint of maybe like the Indian red or the Caput Mortem. Let's have a look at that. So I'm just looking for a minute. The burnt carmine, Caput Mortem violet maybe. Oh no, that would be a nice red tinge in there, wouldn't it? I like that. Okay, what I think I'll do is go for, let's have a look at our colours, guys. Let me zoom you out a minute. Let's have a look at our colours. It's good to have a look. This is how I sort of plan things. Right. So if I'm looking at the colours that I want, I need a light lay down. So that could be like a very light lay down. Hi, T-Mac. And then we could probably head towards, that will be our red to add in. These are certains. So then maybe the Van Dyke Brown. We need the burnt sienna in there. Maybe those in black or dark sepia. I'm planning here. Maybe these are the colours that we're looking at. And a black. Definitely. I like that burnt carmine. So I'm heading there for sure. And if you're planning your colours out and you're kind of looking at things, you want to make the most of it. So have them in front of you and think, what do I want on my hair? What do I want to lay down? Now, I think that is definitely going to be my lightest tool here. So that's going to be like a very light lay down. And then these could be some strands, as can that. That can be my red. And then we'll have our black detailing. That looks good, doesn't it? Hi, yes, Selena. How are you doing? That looks something that I can work with. Right. So I need to grab those colours now. YouTube does that to me all the time. Right. So what did I say we need? We needed black. We always need our black. And we need the burnt carmine. Okay, so that's that one. We need, what's this one? That's the burnt sienna. We need the Van Dyke Brown. There we go. I think that's our colours, guys. Is that our colours? So 1 minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's start this so that we can carry on with the skin and stuff and really work it. So let's sharpen our pencils right up. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. I'm good to hear that you're well. Hi, Amberly. Good to see you. How you doing? Okay. Oh, thank you. We're not quite done with the skin, but we'll work that out. I need to do the hair first before I move on. Otherwise, it's going to bug me. All right, so let's go for this one here. This is the Polychromos, and I'm going to put a very light lay down over the entire thing. I'm going to go for brown with a slight hint of red. The red will sort of it's going to set off and mix in with these nice reds that's in her succulents here. So these parts that come down are going to be nice and dark, but for now we'll just put we'll put the base coat on it. And the reason I chose the Polychromos for this is because of the hardness of the pencil. Now, I much prefer to do hair personally in the harder pencils as opposed to doing them in the Prismas, because the Prismas are very waxy, and I much just personally prefer to do them in these harder pencils like the Polys. Even the Holbeins are nice because they're slightly harder than the Prismas. Even the Erogatons are really nice for hair. Just the harder pencil in general. That's right. That's right. Can't handle us. So I am really just planning this out to start with, and that's what I do mostly with you all. I've got to have a vision in my head, and then I go from that. So very light lay down. I'll do this part first. I'll stop here and then we'll move on for a minute. So we'll come to here, we'll do these parts coming down. So if you don't have a plan and you're just going with it, then fabulous. But because I'm on the channel, I tend to have a plan. Right, I'm just gonna, hiya, hiya, Kenny. I didn't see you there. Okay, so I think our next colour will be the burnt sienna. Now is the time that I'm going to start to, you know, my usual. We've done hair on this channel so much. We're going to start to bring our poly strands and meet up in the middle and build on it. So this is all it is. It's just a matter of building up. Okie dokie. Hiya, Hope. Hi, everyone that's joining me and I haven't said hello to you. It's just because my head's down. I haven't seen you. So first off, we've put, now this is the Faber-Castell Polychromos. We've put number 178 as a base. We're now 283 as our first strands. So in these little small parts, just be careful of the succulents that you've done. And we're just going to start to build up. So just small strands. And as you can see, you've got to have, Nana, what do we need? Loose hands to go around these bends. Just because there's a lot of little parts here. So just let your hand go with the flow. And as I said, this is just a build up. And that's what I start it all off and we add as we go along. Loose hands, people. Thanks, Lennox. This is a really cheap one. On my last stream for this particular picture, I've put the link up for the watch. It's super inexpensive. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I love it. Okay, so we're going to go this side as well. Just keep going. We're going to build up with other colours after, but let's just start this off with this nice brown before we hit our reds. We might hit another red in there, which is more of a black raspberry. So add a little purple tone like we have on those, but for now I think the burnt carmine will be perfect. So let's go around those little tiny edges. And then I've got to meet that down here. So again, nice and loose. Just come around this edge and meet it up in that part. Now your eyebrows, I'm going to match. I'm going to add this colour in particular and a bit of red in there. So we'll keep with the same pattern of colour choices and how we're working the paper. Yeah, I love my polys. I do. I love my polys for hair. I must admit they are my favourite for hair. But I like to try in different pencil sets because we've got so many. It's good to have a go. This is going to be a slightly reddy brown though, Amberly. So we're going to have other colours put in here in a moment. But we're starting our strands off. Just go with the flow. see what we can make of it. If it doesn't work in our favour, you know, we can make it work somehow. But I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. By looking at the colours, I think they're going to be pretty good. Okay, so we're just going to bring those up and round. I think it'll work out okay. Yeah, the Black Widows are another favourite. I think they've come. They are honestly so good for budget. And you've probably heard by now by many people that the skin tones are now out. They've landed, but they're not here, I think, till next week. So they are about. So that'll be good. That'll be good. I've been wanting skin tones in the Black Widows for a while. So before I carry on, no, actually, I've only got this little bit, haven't I? So add all your burnt sienna. This is Polychromos. So just go around this part before we continue on the rest. Let's go around and add these tiny little, tiny strands. Oh my God, they're so small, you're barely visible. Barely visible. And then we've got tiny little ones here as well. So down here, oh, what other colours are going to come? It's going to be 1, 2, 3 more colours. 3 more colours. Okay, so I'm coming down into these little strands here. Before I move on to those bits, we're going to leave those bits for after. Let's just start this off and see what it's going to look like. So I don't know about you, how you all colour, but I need a direction. And how I get that is I do the first part, see what it looks like, and then I've got a flow. Then I can continue and do the rest. And that's how I tend to colour. I need a direction. I need a flow. I need to see what's going to happen so that I know what the result's going to be like. Hi, Vimpip. So then before I pick up the burnt carmine and the black, I need this one, which is is it Van Dyke Brown or Van Dyke Brown? I don't know how you pronounce it. So this is, again, a polychroma. Now, this is going to be to deepen it up a little bit. So you don't want to lose that colour that we've just put in. And remember, we usually come back to our original tone to go into the middle. This just deepens up a bit and adds a little bit more of a dimension so that it starts to resemble hair a little bit more. So I just have to move around in my chair a second, guys. And I want to bring some of these a little bit deeper, so you put a tiny bit more pressure on your pencil. And deepen up, especially around that curve there. Be careful and deepen it up a bit. And we might keep our eyes hazel, like a hazel colour to match. I think that will look good. So just coming around these edges and adding the strands up. So as I said, this isn't grayscaled, so you have to work it a bit more than grayscale. So you have to build up that little bit more, which is fine because it's more than doable. So we've been doing them on grayscale Mariola Budek, but you can more than do it without grayscale, and it's the same technique. You just have to work it a little bit more because you've got to add those strands in. Oh, thank you. Sammy, you pronounce it as if it had an E, like Van Dyke. Van Dick, or is it Dick or Dyke? See, when I watch Bob Ross, because yes, I watch him, he says it like Van Dyke Brown or something. He really pronounces it like that. But so many other people pronounce things so different. So it's really hard to kind of get the right pronunciation of things because everyone's got a slight different pronunciation of how things are said. So I went by Bob Ross there. Okay, so I'm going to bring some of these strands down here. We're not nowhere near done on that bit. We're just building up. Ah, okay. Right, so I was kind of right then. Because I listened to him and I thought, he must say it right. He's an artist. So he's got to be saying it right. If I'm not saying it right, then Bob Ross is wrong. He taught me that word. Okay, so I'm just going to be careful on this bit. Now I need to introduce a bit more of the burnt sienna back and a little bit more of the nougat into the middle. But we'll do that last because that's our last thing to do. So for now, I'm just tidying up the strands of the colour that we're currently on. Right, and then I'm going to bring in the burnt carmine for a minute. And now I want to add a red tint. Now, I don't want masses of this, but I do want a tint of the red into this brown. That's what I said. I wanted a reddy brown hair. Now, this is such a nice colour, and it's not overpowering either, but it will give it a nice red tint. And that was my whole purpose. I wanted it to mix in a little bit with this colour that we got. Take care, Lennox. So I'm just adding a tint of it. And same coming down into these parts. Now, these will have, you need to press a bit more firmly on this section because this is a bit deeper. And the same with these sort of parts here. So they do go further, but we'll, as I said, we'll do that as we go along because that we still got to do the neck and we still got to do the skin. So we'll do that bit of hair after because otherwise we're going to end up smudging it. So we'll work our way kind of down. And you see what I mean? When you do the hair, it completely changes up the skin. Hold on. It completely changes it up. And that is, for me, not a frustrating factor, but then you have to go back in and tweak. So that's why I like to sort of see what I'm doing and do bits and come back, because then it gives me more of a direction on what I need to do, where I need to tweak, and just bit by bit I prefer to do that instead of doing like all one section, the other section. You know what I mean? I prefer to sort of do the face, do that, and then work my way down so then I could do the neck, do the rest of the hair, tweak stuff, deepen stuff, add shadow. It just, for me, it works better. I've always preferred to work that way because then I can do bits and pieces as I go rather than saying, oh, okay, let's do all of the skin's done, because I end up having to tweak it anyway. I think it's a good thing if you're learning is to sort of have a bit of a direction and see what you're doing with it. Oh, no, don't say that. Of course it's going to be fine. Thank you. Okay, so let's come back to this colour first before we add our black and stuff in. And this is just to go back into the middle. So take out any white. So just focus on, you know, any white parts that you might have. Let's take that out. We don't want the white. So just all those little mini sections. work on those. So I can see quite a few, especially here. And you've got a few coming down there as well. So just take them out. It's good if you want a big shine and a pronounced shine, but I just think in your own hair you don't have white. So just take it out, you don't need it. Then we're going to bring in the black. Now the black is just your detailing tool. It's not going to overrun and override everything else. So it's just your deepening up, adding some details in, especially onto the roots. So nice light hand onto your pressure and detail in some strands, nice and loose hands, and just add in those little tiny details. Hi, Peppers. Okay. Sorry I'm not in chat as much. I am really focusing here onto our stages on what we're going to be doing. So let's add a little bit of a deeper part here. And then again, you can add, I'm going to add a few strands coming over. So just little ones. Hi, little bear. Okay, so little tiny bits here as well. So if you want to, like now, I'd really like to add a tint of, where's the colour? Hold on, everybody. See, that's got a slight red tinge, but I'd like a little bit deeper. So I'm just looking for the colour that I'm after. Where is it? It'd be good if I could find it, wouldn't it? Hold on. Is that it? Black cherry? Is that the one I'm after? Or is it raspberry? Hold on, let me have a look at these. Let me get a bit of paper. Right, bear with me, everybody. I just want to test out. I quite like the idea of the tiny bit of black cherry from the Prismas. I think that would go really nice. Now, you don't want to override again. You just want to add a tint. And as I said, we've got to still tweak the face, but we'll do that as we go along. Okay. Let's add some black cherry into this. Just, I like the idea of it in there. It goes with the carmine quite well. Now, this is a Prisma, so I don't like too much of it because it takes away the polys because it's thicker and waxier, but I just want a tinge into, especially into the root. I'm just thinking it'll just go really nicely with this because it's got it in the succulents, isn't it? We used it in the succulents. Okay, so I'm just adding a hint of it in there, and I have to press a little bit firmer just to add in. Okay, let's zoom out a minute. Thank you, Caroline. Yeah, I mix polys, Prismas. Look, I mix everything. I don't have like a set that I just sit with. I'm one of those. I will mix everything. Okay, so far, that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at, you know, this kind of hair going in with, I really like the idea of having the red tones and the cherry tones in with the hair, but you'll see it more as we come here, especially because it's a larger area. But you see what I mean by changing up how this looks already, because what the hair's done is taken away that depth of the face, and it's kind of made this part here a little bit deeper. So what I'm going to have to do is now deepen up and look at the face again. So with that, it's given us a bit of a guide, and that's what I mean by, you know, when you've got, if you've got your face done at least, or you've got the start of your face done, now you can start to look at where you want to go with it, because what you're going to find is that it changes it all up and the colours will look slightly different laid down. So it's a good little thing to do a little bit of each and work out, you know, where you want to go with it. Now we will do the eyes and the eyebrows and the lips, etc. in a minute, but what I want to do now is add a little bit more definition to the face. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come back to my burnt sienna 50%. You're going to do this from a distance for a moment, and now I'm going to start to look at just adding a bit of depth on the places that need it. So again, this is just looking at it from my point of view, up from above. Let's take that lighting down a minute. So this area here is quite open, so I don't want to overrun it with, you know, colour, but I do want to add some definition. So I am going to bring this here. And this part here, I might want to add just a touch of colour in there. So don't forget, your tool of choice to blend is your lightest colour. So in our case, we've got the light peach, so you can blend that out. But be careful of the hair. This is what I mean. You know, that's why I didn't do this all here, because we're going to end up just completely smudging it. So just be very, very wary about where you're putting your colour. Okay. So what I might do is look at her eyebrows. And I'll be back in chat in a moment. It's one of those where I've got to really concentrate for a minute. Okay, so if I zoom in, let me just bring that back a second. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the colour for eyebrows. Burnt sienna. Now with the eyebrows, you've already got an eyebrow line. So nice sharp pencil and follow the eyebrow line. You will deepen this up a bit, but you want your base colour. So just go with your eyebrow line. And the good thing is most of the illustrators make this already quite realistic for you. So you're just following that. So just follow what's already there for you. And you see it kind of matches her hair already. Then if you look at introducing some of the red tone that we put in there, you have to press a little bit firmer with this one to introduce that in. So it really does match, you know, her hair. Now, if you're going to bring a black in, with the black, you don't want to add too much. So I really am adding a minimal amount so that we keep the colours, but you've just defined it. You're just defining. So it's a case of don't overrun the colour, define what you've got. Now, you see all this lash line here? Just with your pencil, make sure that you've got that added in, so that when you go to do your eyes, you've not lost that. Hi, Tanya. So can you see that? Right, bear with me, guys. Would you mind if I just grab myself a tea, because my mouth is very dry because of talking, and I will be back with you in like, just let me go and put the kettle on, and while the kettle's, you know, boiling, we can do a bit more. Oh, thanks, Joey. I'm just sorry, guys. I needed to quickly make a cup of tea. There we go. Kettle's boiled now. Thanks for coming, Vin. Won't be a minute, guys. Promise you. I'm just grabbing a cup of tea. Otherwise, my mouth is like parchment dry. Okay, I'm back. I've got a cup of tea now. It's better. Right. Is that all okay in your screens? It looks all right in mine. Okay. So I can move that now. Got my tea. Oh, so much better. What was I doing? Oh, we're going to do our eyes. Right, I really want to keep with that brown. So what I think I'm going to do, I think we'll go for sienna brown in her eye. And then I'm going to like bring in like her iris. Not her iris. Yeah, it's her iris. No, iris rings. So I'm just going to drag and pull in some of that. Hold on. I just realised I have not zoomed you in. How rude. Can you see what colour that is? Yeah. So with the eyes, there's a couple of ways you can do eyes. You can bring in like drag up and drag down in both directions. The iris colour before you add in other tones. And all that does is give a bit more of a realistic sort of approach to it. Now, this eye is going to be really awkward to do because it's at an angle. Can you see that? It looks scary now, but you'll see. So you just put in up and down some colour. And then we can go in with a lighter tone, which is this one. And this is the Polychromo. Hold on, I've got to get it now, where it's gone hiding from me. It really has gone run away. There it is. Okay, so very lightly add in a second tone. We'll deepen up those other parts in a minute. Okay. So then you can pull in another brown. I'm putting that on. Okay, so when you go to a deeper brown, from the very top, which will be your darkest area, you can sort of follow that around. You will need to use a black and white and all of that, but at the minute you're just pulling in colour. And then when you go back to your sienna brown in the Polychromo, you will add a bit more definition. Now we've got to darken up with the black, which we will do. We'll grab a pen. No, we'll grab our pencil for that. See, all that does. And then when we grab our black, take care, Becky. Now, the black, most illustrations you're going to have to darken up because although they've put it shaded, they've not done it black. It's like a grey. So you're going to need to use your black to do that. So you can also drag up a little bit of colour if you want to. It's entirely up to you how you do this. You know, there's a few ways. And then we're going to add white and we'll do our lashes in a minute. But I also want to sort of pull down like she's got some eyeliner. And the same with this in here. Now, this bit of eye is weird because there's only a tiny bit in the corner. Hi, Katrina. Good to see you. So you can see it's really, really, really difficult. So you also, we're going to put some grey in the eye. You can pull some colour up and mix it all in. It's a bit difficult on this tiny little one, but we'll do our best. And then the same with like the lash line here. There's these tiny lashes. Now you want to follow the pattern of it, but you want to do them so fine and not thick. So make sure your pencil is ultra sharpened and just follow the lash line. And don't have them all like, you want them to follow. You want them all to follow. So this isn't, you know, perfect by any standards, but this is the way I'm going to colour it. So I quite like this illustration. You see the difference there? If I bring it up, we're going to bring in the white and make it all, you know, shine. But it really does make a huge difference. Now, I also want to bring in the burnt sienna, you know, into this tiny little tear duct. And as I said, the black Polychromo, just like if you were to have eyeliner. Now I use a black pencil. You can go over this in a black like micron. If you've got a micron fine liner at 0.5, they're perfect. I just do it with a pencil because it's there, it's accessible. You know, it's just perfect for me to do that way. Right, and then you need a white. Hey, Becky. Right, this is just a Posca pen. Now, it's totally up to you how you want to add your shines in. I just add a little touch at the bottom as well. And you can square that off a bit rather than circle. So it's totally up to you how you want to put the little markings into your particular illustration, but that's just how I'm going to do mine, I think. And then we need a bit of like a bluey grey. Let's have a look. Pink, no, not that one. What can we go for? We just need a bluey grey. Or even just a grey. Let's go for grey. Hiya, is it Brigitte? I don't want to say your name wrong. Yeah, I thought she needed brown eyes for her hair. Okay, so we're going to go 50% cool grey in the Prismacolor. So just this one a minute. And we're just going to put that into, we're going to add a tint of blue as well, but you know, into this iris here. So you don't want too much, but you need to just take away some of that heavy white. So just add a touch of it into that. And then we'll do our lips. I think we'll do our lips like a nice deep, could do it like a plum, couldn't we? That could be good. Do like a plum-like colour, but we don't have to do it deep. There we go. I think that looks much better. So if I bring that up, oh, hold on, guys. Let's show you. If I bring that up, can you see? It makes a difference to the eyes on how it looks. Now, you don't have to do it this way. I'm just showing you what I'm going to be doing on this particular image as we go along. But I really like the eyes to match the hair or match the hair tone. And I quite like the fact of having like a hazel eye to match in with that. Now, if you really wanted to, you could add even a little bit deeper tone into those eyes. So like if you wanted the Van Dyke brown, you can just add a touch more of the iris rings coming in. So just put deep pressure on that, just a deep pressure. And the same, we're going around that part. And it just adds that little bit of dimension into her eyes as well. So yeah, it really does add a difference. Thank you, ladies. Now, we've got to think about our lips before we do this. We'll finish off the skin, I think, today and see how we are with the neck. But I think with her lips, if I start off with a skin tone, so I'll start off with what we've been using. So let's go with peach for a minute. Let's go with the peach. Now, I'm just going to go round in the shaded areas of the lips and add that in before we add any reds or anything like that. So go round, leave some white areas. So we'll leave the white areas like in the middle and up here. And we're going to start planning where we want our colour to go. Right. So now I quite like the idea, you know, our Polychromo, you know, our burnt carmine Polychromo. I quite like this to go in there. So I'm going to start very lightly and start applying that in because I think it will go with the hair and the succulents. So this is Faber-Castell Polychromo. It's what we put into the hair. So we're using luminance, polys and prismas. And I like to mix all my pencil sets because I think every single tone, every single set has different tones that I like. Thank you, my dears. I haven't been in chat as much today and I feel really bad. I need to like sit and chat with you all. It's because I'm concentrating. There's some streams that you just end up just really concentrating on what's in front of you and you feel bad for not being in the chat as much, but I hope you appreciate them. That is not intentional. It's just because I'm down on the page. Hi, Lizette. And then I think I'm going to come even deeper and just into the very deep tones of the lips. So the really, really deep parts. Let's go to our Prismacolor and let's pick out, that's 1 second. Let's pick out what one do I want? Hold on, everybody. I'm just looking at my pick. Oh, there we go. I think we'll take the black cherry and just into the deep sections of her lips. So in the very depth. So on the opening here. And on that tiny little bit in the corner. So here. Yep. And then we're going to go to our light peach Polychromo and blend the edge. We're going to get our Posca anyway. Now you can take out some lines with Poscas. Thank you. I know, Nana, but I feel bad when I don't talk. I'm like, oh, what am I missing out on as well? What am I missing out on? I just really want to get this done with you and concentrate on the colours that we're using. Okay, so I really like those tones. I'm just going to come back to my black cherry a second and just deepen up around the edge. So just again, sort of around here into the very middle. And I like that. Oh, okay. I wish you better, Lizette. So it's just, can you see? It's just in the deep tones of the lips there. It really does make a difference. I'm just looking at the minute. Okay, let's go for doing the neck and cracking on with that. Right, so I'm gonna go. I can relax a bit now because I've kind of got my color scheme. I've got my color scheme, and that was the main thing I needed in my head. I need the color scheme. So we'll go over to our luminance burnt sienna, 50%, and again now I can start to look at shadows. So in the neck we've got quite a heavy shadow there. On the back here, so you can start to add that in. Now we have a lot going on here. Hi, Janice. Hi, everyone that's coming and joining me today. Happy Saturday. And the same with underneath here. And as I said, guys, you know, if life comes first, if you need to go at any point, don't feel guilty. You go do what you have to do. And I appreciate you being here. Okay, so we're going to add in the tones that we need first. So let's go for, my hand's got to go here. Let's go for the top here as well. So I've noticed a lot of our girls don't have clothes. A lot of them are as naked as the day they were born, which means there's a lot of skin. So I'm just adding my sort of shadows where I want them to be. Yeah, purple blue is my neck more. Hey, Tess. We're also going to go here. So just use this one colour to apply where you'd like shading to be. So you're pressing super light. And that's the good thing. If you press light, you can always take away. You know, there's no error. You can kind of just get your eraser if you need to and take out colour. So just adding that in there. Same with the light underneath here, is quite a lot of skin. So just add the parts where you want your shading to go. Yeah, Mum, she's lurking today. She's lurking today. My mum's terrible. She never keeps up with chat because she can't. So okay. So you're going to also add a bit under here. And I think we'll add as we go along, but we want some under each of these buds because the bigger buds, they're quite big, aren't they? So you can add a touch around them. We're not going to heavy them out too much, but there is quite a lot of them. And if we ended up doing that, we'd take out a lot of the skin and we'd end up with just too much shadows. So we're going to be selective on which ones that we're going to use them on. So the big ones at the bottom, as well, like down here. Kind of plan where you want them to go. I think under this one. And where else do I want them to go? Okay, so maybe under these ever so slightly. So it's on the underneath. When you're looking at it, on the underneath areas, that's kind of where you're going to go. So as well, like these sort of branches, we've still got to do all the branches. So just be a bit careful and mindful of where they are. And same with this hair here. Okay. And same with here, like there's just a section. So it's at the bottom. At the bottom. I'm just looking, guys. I'm just thinking out loud as well. There we go. So we've put, that was the luminance, burnt sienna. Now you're going to go over to your luminance. Got to find my card. Got to find my card. I'll have a sip of tea and see what's happening in chat. Oh my gosh, why can't I find my card? There we go, I found it. Okay, so this will be our next colour, and we'll start off with the neck, and we've got to add more shadows, etc. in. Hiya, Purpose. Hi, anyone I might have missed. Thanks for joining us. We're on a mission. You got a hurricane. Janice, have you? It's been so windy here. I was surprised that I could get on today. It's been so windy. So windy. Okay, luminance again. Yeah, see, we've not got the cold. We've not got the cold, Mary. We've got just wind is crazy. Crazy. It's been gale force winds, and they've broken the guttering. I've got to contact the guy about that. It's ripped off the guttering above our window. So that'll have to come and be fixed on Monday. And it's been like crazy winds. And I went out with Chip on the last walk, and Andrew said, "Oh, did you notice our guttering?" I said, "No." He said, "Have a look." So I went outside and I looked up and I went, "Oh, it's ripped away." He said, "Yeah." Yeah, Tesla seems to be everywhere. You had that polar vortex in the US though, didn't you? Becky, you had tattoos done. What did you have done? I'm nosy. I like to know everything. So share away. Who's got tattoos? I've got 2, but I'm not a tattoo person. I like looking at them, but I wouldn't have any more. But I've got 2. I've got one on my ankle and one on my back. But I know what I'm like, and I'm too indecisive. And now I would say no. You got 1. Yeah, I have got 2, but I know that I would regret any more. I know I would. I'm way too indecisive now. If I'd done that when I was a teenager like the others, I'd have more, but I'm too much of a chicken and too indecisive these days. I know I am. Lots of plans for tattoos. You got 4, Susie. Hi, Wendy. Yeah, I've got 2 angels. But I'm not. I love looking at tattoos. I love them. Andrew's got none. We're not tattoo people, and I mean he's not. I love them, but I'm too much of a chicken. I'd never get any more. Too much. You've got 47, Marie. You got 10 tattoos and you got plans for more, Kay. What's your plans for more? What have you got in mind? I love them. I'm way too indecisive. Oh, Becky's got 40. Becky! 47! Oh my gosh! You've been under the needle more times than anyone that I know. Wow! You must like tattoos then. Go figure, Sam, eh? What's your favourite piece, Becky, out of those 47? Wow. You're like what are they called? Those pin cushions. You must love them. You're like a human pin cushion. One second, I just got to think. Now this is I'm gonna put this in lightly because there's so much open skin here. So I'm just gonna go light. You really want your granddaughter's name, but you're psoriasis. Oh, bless you. Your daughters are covered in them. They are beautiful, Cat Joe. I'm too much of a chicken for more. You want to tattoo around your cancer scars. Oh, bless you, Danny. A snow leopard on your arm and a compass on your right wrist and a willow on your shoulder. Well, that sounds beautiful. And are you a cancer survivor, Danny? If you are, I congratulate you on your remission, my dear. You're getting a pin-up star girl dressed in military uniform to honour your time in the... Oh my gosh, you were in the Air Force. Oh, this is amazing. I love this. You would get some birds, but you're scared of the pain. Oh, Katrina, you're like me. I'm not scared of the pain, but I just know that I wouldn't get any more. You want Brooke's name on your wrist, but they don't want to because... Oh, Tess, because of your epilepsy. Oh my gosh, are you in remission completely, Danny? Well, from me and my house, and I suppose everyone here, congratulations on your remission, and I'm so happy for you. Oh, bless your heart. What a trooper you are. Oh. I bet you feel so happy that's over, Danny. Not completely, but is it your last ever? You let me know about your recovery, please, because I'd like to just make sure you're okay. You have a mermaid on your upper left arm. I like mermaids. Oh, bless you. Danny, seriously, Kimberly's another one who's so tenacious. I commend you all that have to go through those cancer battles. Oh. So, have they shrunk them? Is that how they've treated them? Or have they, like, what's your plan now? If you don't mind me asking, I just want to make sure you're all right. If you don't want to talk about it here, email me and just let me know you're all right, Danny. Just keep me in the loop, because otherwise I sit here worrying. You just monitor him. Okie dokie, just as long as you're okay. Okay, so this area here is going to be like lightest. So I'm just going in very lightly here with a light touch. So unlike the corner of my, I'm holding like at distance. Yeah, just keep me updated if you don't mind, Danny, because honestly, I sit worrying otherwise, and I truly do. Like, once I know. Yes, of course. Trooper, soldier. Good on you. You've got a very tenacious attitude, and that's the way to be. Danny, do you stream on a... I'm sure it's you that streams, isn't it? Yes, you do. Are you streaming? Usually you stream, I know, one of my days. I think it might be a Saturday. Take care, T-Mac. Katrina, I'll recap at the end. I did, Tess. I did all the succulent things on camera on the last one. I've not done any of this off camera. This has all been on streams. So the previous two, we did them. We did them. Okay. So as you can see, I'm going really lightly. Oh, okay, that's fine, because I didn't know if you wanted to mention it. So just light touch for now, because we're trying to sort out where we're going. So just very light touch. There's a lot of skin here that needs working. So all I'm doing with this one is just making sure that we've got our direction before we start adding in our other colours, and we know what we're doing with it. So just to start with, just know that you're going to sort of map out where you want your dark and light to go, and then from there we can start to layer up and add our definition and shadows and layer up the different colors and, you know, all of that. But until we get to that, I just want to start to plant in where we want the colors to be. So there's a lot, as you can see, there's a lot of skin here. Hi, Stephanie. We've done a mixture, Katrina. We've done a mixture of luminance and prismas on this. Yeah, luminance and prismas. So I'll recap at the end all the colours that we used. And at the minute, we're just using the luminance to plant in where we're going. And we're going to start to build up with our prismas and our luminance combined. So like all these sections here, there's quite a lot of skin. There's so much skin. There's crazy amounts of skin. So we're going to be here on this little section for a bit, but we're going to get there. Now, I absolutely love this particular picture. But as I said, I'm pretty sure most of them, let's have a look. Hold on. I'm sure most of them, hi, Tammy, have no clothes on. She's got clothes. Hold on. She didn't. She's got stones and no clothes. She's got no clothes. She's got no clothes. She's got branches. I'm sure most of them have no clothes. Hold on. Hold on. Let's have a look. I'm curious now. Bear with me. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of skin on a lot of them. Oh, you did it. Oh, good, Tammy. Did you have fun? No clothes. They're naked. She's got clothes. No clothes. None. No clothes. No clothes. She's got clothes. She's not. She hasn't. She's naked. They're all naked. Hi, Dash. None. Look, that's why I said there's a lot of skin. There's a lot of skin practice on these. She's got skin. We had skin on her. She's got no clothes. Tess, yes, you do. She's got no clothes. There is hardly any clothes in this. So the whole thing is, I think you need to know how to do, or a good one, look, she's got no clothes as well. So I think the whole point in this book is that you got to know how to practice on your skin tones, because there's a lot of skin. There's a lot of skin. Oh my gosh. Oh, good. Oh, bless you. Hi, Mona. Well, at least you're all right now, and it's getting better. That's the main thing. Yeah, there's a lot of skin, so we're here for a bit on this section because there's no clothes. Okay. So I'm just going to have my head down for a minute, everyone. Otherwise, I will not get this done anytime soon, and I do plan to. So all I'm doing, as I said, oh, I have to get my thingy back, is just putting in the skin tones, just where we want them before we start to layer up. So I'm just going to trundle into my own world for about 5 minutes, if that's okay. And I'll explain if I change over to like Prismas and what I'm doing, etc., etc. But for now, I just have to disappear into this for a second. Otherwise, we will be here forever on this bit of body. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we'll come back to this colour after. We're going to head over to another colour. We're going to get Burnt Ochre 50% 876. Now, this is another luminance. And sorry if I knock the camera for a second, I just got to adjust myself. Right, now I'm going to start to deepen up. So I'm going to start putting in a little bit of a different tone. Now I work in circular motions to make sure that I get enough coverage into the design. So just circular, built up, light layers, and work it into what you've already put down. And it starts to make a difference. Now that looks a bit orange, but it's not, believe me. Hiya, Debs. Okie dokie. So this is only going to be like a touch of it into the skin anyway, because this is like it's like a bronzy orangey tone to our skin, but we're not putting masses, we're just putting a hint of it. So I'm going to start to introduce it into sections. We'll work it in with the other colours anyway. But don't forget, we're starting to really take note of where you want tones to be introduced. So we'll start to add it here. So I'm working slowly into each of these sections, just as I say, in circular motions. And I'm going to add it into these parts as well. And same with these. I want some down here, so I'm going to add into here too. So just look at the skin, and you don't have to do these tones. You can do any tone that you want. I'm just doing them in these because I really like the combination, what they look like at the end together. Has anyone got any colouring book news? Anything that they know is coming out very soon, or products? I know the Derwent Lightfast are coming out with their big set very shortly. Did you see that? So the Lightfast come out with the 36 set. They're coming out very shortly with the whole 72 set. So that's exciting. Hi, Becca. I don't think there's any books that I know of. I know the Hannah Carlson one's coming out shortly, as well as the new Maria Troll. I think that's spring. But I don't know of any others on the horizon that I can confirm. I haven't seen. I know Anastasia's working on another one. The one who did this. Yeah, I saw that one. Did you see that Anastasia's working on another portrait book, very much like this one? Oh, and if you head over to her Instagram, which I have linked already in the description, so if you head to the description, you'll find it. She is running a Valentine's Day freebie that you can go and print off. And that's beautiful. It's a female and a male sort of cuddling up, and that is completely free for you to print off and use at your own leisure. Oh, thanks, Pickle. I did, Jude. It's coming out shortly. Did you not see? Go over to the Facebook, Derwent's Facebook, and you'll see the colour chart from. Yeah, they are. I think it's out in the next few months for sure. It's coming out either spring or summer. So it is landing. Oh, you got your paper. What, the card? Fabulous. Right, I'm going to get my nectar, wherever that might be. There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to start to also put this in. This is the Prismacolor. And I mix these with my luminance nearly all the time. Nearly all the time. I very rarely just do lumies on their own. And these, the tones of the Prismas and the tones of the luminance just combine for me like perfect. Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll tone that down in a very short time. Okay, so let's add that in there. You'll enjoy it, Susie, hopefully. I hope you do. I mean, for me, it's the perfect one. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to add that down here as well. So we'll try and finish all our skin off today. So there's a lot of it. I didn't realise how much there was of this down here. I thought there was a lot less, but it seems that there is more than I imagined. Okay, so next I'm going to work in some of the light peach into what we've already put down. So small sections at a time. I'm going to work it in now. I'm still going light, but you can build up your layers of this. So just keep building on it and just keep going. It's like it's an open, I can't even, it's just like a big open ocean. It's endless, the digital PDF shopping. I start off with thinking, I'm not going to get much. I've got too many colouring books. Then someone like Christine Karam comes on the market and Mariola Budek. And then it is just like an open pool of spend and regret. It's terrible. And I'm like, Sam, you do not need these things. You've got so many pictures. And then you see another Christine Karam one. Have you seen her latest one with fish? It's amazing. It's just crazy. And then I see a new artist come up and they've got a new Etsy shop and I think, oh my God, just don't look. Then you look and then you tell yourself you shouldn't have looked. Then you buy something else and then another picture pops up and then you end up thinking, I've just spent like however much. And yeah, that's just that's the cycle. No regrets. It's terrible. They need to stop tempting us with all these amazing artworks. That's the issue here. It's all at the fault of the artist and not at the colorist. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just working in that light peach in the Prisma, and it really does make all the difference. So you start to build it up. No, I think it's not this one that's coming. It's a fantasy special. Have you seen the snippet of it? Oh, I know. It is a black hole, bottomless pit of it. The very next one that's coming through our mailbox is a fantasy special, but I don't know about the one after, possibly. But the next one, I don't know who the artist is. I can't work it out, but it's a fantasy special. I've seen the snippet. Hey, Bunny. I can't think. I'll show you if I can find it. For those that don't want to spoil the surprise, you might want to look away at that point. But they have released the picture, and it looks like a popular fantasy colouring book artist. And I can't think of her name. You might know. I don't believe I've got any of her works, so that's why I can't think of her name off the top of her head, off the top of my head. But it's definitely a fantasy special that's coming through our letterboxes next. I'll have to hunt it down. Remind me at the end, and I'll try and find it for you. Oh, sorry about knocking the camera there. I was shaking the camera. Okay, so this takes a lot of work because it's a bigger space. So we've still got to add in a little bit more shadowing, etc. But it does take a little bit more work because it is an open, big area of skin. So you can do it. It just takes a bit more time. That's the one. I couldn't think of her. That's the one. I think it's Anne Stokes. I'm pretty sure it's Anne Stokes. I could be wrong. I'll show you'll know. You'll know. You'll know. Gracelyn. Yeah, I'll have to find which one, and if I do, I'll let you know. Or take a screenshot, Gracelyn, if you can, and tag me in it. And I'll tell you. I'll know from that. All right, so I'm not doing anything different for now. It is just a case of working in this colour. And then we'll have to head over to another tone to deepen up, start blending in. As I said, a lot of skin. Oh my goodness me. Are you all still with me for the ride? I can't really do much about this part of it. I have to just go with it. Oops. Now, I think right, this part here, I'm going to try my hardest to keep that light, because that will have a bit of a sheen, but you still need to put the tone in. So just keep with that light touch and work in circles into that area. And that section here on the very top, you want to try and keep that light. So you can now go up and down, that you've done the circular motions, but I usually revert back. And then that is going to be your lightest area. Right, so what we're going to do now is bring in a few other tones to just make sure that we've got our shading going on. So I think I will pick up the colour back that we used in the beginning before we put our espresso in. So let's grab those two colours. Thank you, Caroline, and take care, Gracelyn. Hi, Shonda. Right, let's find that. So we'll grab that colour and that colour. Right, now, first of all, I just want to reintroduce the initial one just to deepen that up a bit. So this is our luminance. And this will just be to make sure that it completely blends in and still keeps the depth. So underneath these little buds, the same with this section here. There's a lot of skin here, so kudos to you if you stuck with me on this part. But I love doing pictures regardless of skin or anything that's on it. If I'm enjoying the picture, to me it doesn't matter. So let's go for this part here and also underneath. Now you will have your espresso to deepen on, you know, all of the shadowing. So like under the neck and any areas that you want to add it to. That's going to be your little tool of choice, which is the Prismacolor Espresso. Now, if you go in with black, it's just going to make it muddied and it's not the look I'm looking for. So I would say keep to the espresso. Now I am going in light circular motions on this part. Hi Essie. Thanks Michelle. Glad you like it. I'm glad. And then under here as well, like these little bud areas, just keep with that. Okay, so we might need to smooth out a bit more, especially on this area here. Thanks, Essie. I'm just having a look what I might want to add in. Do I want that colour? I'm just going to grab my peach a minute, which is in the Prismacolors. And I just want to add a bit into here because otherwise this area can be a bit too washed out. So just mix that in circular motions. And I will upload the picture onto Instagram of what we've done so far so that you can see it properly without all the big bright lights and the filming camera. Take care, Marie. That's okay. Don't ever be sorry about lurking. Honestly, I have always said it. You need to lurk, you lurk away. Don't apologise. And thanks for lurking and joining. I love my lurking just as much. It's fine. And then I'm going to grab espresso. And now you're going to start to look at like the areas here under the chin is quite heavily shadowed. But you're not got like a heavy touch. The same with underneath here. So you're just looking at deepening up without making it muddied and like you're going to put too much black in or anything. So this is just it's your shading tool. So I will smooth that out after. You just very light touch. So I'm just going on to some of these branches here. Same with this little bit. I don't want to add too much of this because it can really change the look to what I'm not after. So I'm just going to come under here slightly. I'm just going to come along the branch edge. So like a line of it. And as I said, be wary about the actual buds because you've still got to colour those. And this is where it can really sort of, you know, it can take a bit of a different turn. Oh, thanks, Essie, and thank you, Katrina. You're so sweet as always. You've never gotten anything bad to say, Katrina. You're always very supportive, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And that goes for everyone. Thank you always for your support. It is amazing. And I love spending my days with you. Oh, thank you, Janice. Does she? She does, doesn't she? We should have done her as a geisha, a cactus princess geisha. We should have done her as. Geishas are very hard to do because of they got that like face makeup that is so pale, and then they've got the rosy cheeks, haven't they? I absolutely love watching. I watched a program and it was about like around the world cultures, and it was about like they did a tribe one in the like it was an Amazonian jungle, and then they did one on geishas, and I didn't realize that it's all in the name of beauty, isn't it? All these things. I'm like, oh, what tribe is it? And they wear the neck rings to stretch the neck, and that's seen as like a beauty as well. I love those types of things because we're all so different, and it's amazing to see. Yes, you too. And hi, Nia. Oh, you got it. Oh, wow. Nia, you're going to love it. You're going to live. Not love, you're going to live. Oh my gosh, I'm telling everyone you need this book. Melody will agree with me. It's her favourite as well at the minute. And she'd agree. You need it. Yeah, it's over on. You can also message Anastasia herself. I have put her Instagram link in the description because she does also. You can get them directly from her, and you can work it out either way. You know, if it's cheaper for you to get it off of Coolcraft Book or 70s Books, or if it's cheaper for you to get it off of her yourself. So do message her. It's worth dropping her a message, especially if you're in the UK, because she's in Europe, she's in Russia. So the postage might not be as extortionate. However, I think it works out the same. So you can totally make that up yourself. Yeah, she's gonna love it. She is. She really is, Pickle. Right, so underneath here you can see I've done quite a bit of espresso, and I need to cancel some of that out. So I'm just going to bring in a little bit of the burnt sienna before I bring then the burnt ochre, just to dull down, is that the word I'm looking for, the espresso a little. And then you can go back to your burnt ochre, and just again shade that out. Just shade it out. So like Taylor Swift says, shake it out. We're going to shade it out. Shade it out. Right, and now just look at what you need to just tweak. And then we will come back to the hair, and then if we need to tweak any of the skin, I need to just stand back and have a look. That's what I need to do. So this is the luminance. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Hi, Elly. Good to see you, my dear. That's not bad. It's £8 postage from 70 East. That's good. That's very good. I'm impressed. Right, I need to just give me a second. Give me a second. I just need to look at it. See, I need to smooth. I need to grab my luminance white. I just need to personally smooth out the edge. And there you go, Pickle. You're singing it. You're singing it in your head, aren't you? Aren't you? I bet you are. I know I am. It's like the apple bottom green, not apple bottom jeans. I've got a song for everything. My mum will tell you, like literally everything I've got a song for. Oh, I kind of do now, Tess. Take care, Mary Ellen. Thanks for joining us. You have a good day. Okay, I just want to smooth that out. Now the white dulls down the colour, so don't go heavy. I'm smoothing on certain areas that are a bit liney. Okay. Right, so I want to come back up before, because I do want to finish the hair before we do anything else. Let's move over this side. There we go. Are we on your screens okay? Oh, but this, honestly, Bunny, I am terrible for that. You're using apple green. I've always got it in my head as apple bottom green. I'm terrible. Honestly, Bunny, my mum will tell you, movie songs, quotes, and commercial quotes. I am terrible. I've got them in my head permanently. Right, I'm going to grab my browns. I'm going to finish off the hair, the burnt carmine and the black cherry. Yeah, brown, then that brown. Hold on, I've just got to get all my browns. Okay, so we used that one. Now, these were the Faber-Castell Polychromos, guys. Burnt sienna. And that brown, carmine, black cherry, and the only one that's not is the Prismacolor black cherry. Okay, so I'm recapping what we're using for the hair. We're going to put in some Parma Violet on the skin last, but let me get the hair done. So we start off with a base of the Faber-Castell 178, strokes of Faber-Castell Polychromo 283. Then we go to 176. And then we've got black and burnt carmine, so 199 and 193. The only one that is the Prismacolor is the black cherry. So we will do that. Hold on. Well, thank you. No, Pickle. Don't make me chuck you out of chat. that is honestly, that song, oh my gosh, I can't. Take care, Jude. I know, Mo, I'm telling you, that's the same. I'm saying to her, no. Okay, let's grab. Oh my gosh. Pickle. We've got to have words. We've got to have words with you. Now I'm concerned. I'm concerned about you. Hi, Mia. Okay, what have I missed? I'm so sorry. My niece looked at herself in her only because I answered her in Princess Bride coins. We're terrible. What are we like? What are we like? And okay, Lou. Lou's just left us, bless her. She's not feeling very good, so. Right. Let's do our base. Our base is, this is Polychromos. Hey, Nichols. I'm going to zoom you in one. Okay. So let's do our hair. Let's finish our hair off. And I'm going to base down. So we're going to take our time on this. I'm not going to rush this. And then we'll tweak what we have to before we go. I was hoping to get all these buds done, but I don't think I will today. I'm not going to push my neck. I'm going to stop it there and then we can finish it off on the next one. However, I'm hoping on Tuesday we can get our last hair episode done for now. I will be back with 5 extras, but they won't be for another month. We're going to take a break for a month and we're going to do other demonstrations instead. So I'll tell you what we've got coming up. Do you want to know? Thank you, Lizette. I will tell you. Right, we're going to do demos will be denim, using blue undertone in skin. Eyes, we're going to do a little set of eyes. We're going to do a mermaid towel with a shine and scales. We're going to do what Katrina's asked, and it will be a light source onto an object. We're going to do the metals, and we're going to have a feature. And we're also going to have Chameleon Week, which is the chameleon pens, but we're going to have a whole week of them. So for that length of time, we're not going to do the 5 episodes of extras, but we will come back with them. But we've got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to do in between. So I really want to get those other things done with you and like have fun with you on those before I come back with the 5 bonus eps. And the 5 bonus episodes will be mixed media hair. So pencils, markers, pencils, watercolor base, you know, mix it up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them. And we also, Kenny, you'll be so happy. I was saying, I'm going to do this one in my free time, sweetheart. But I'm going to do half of it and then do the other half on a pre-recorded video because I want to do the hair. This one. I love the hair. I love the hair. So I'm going to do like half my free time, half on here. So you'll be happy about that one. Okay. But that won't be yet. That will be in the next few weeks. I've got to try and fit in as much as I can within my pain limits. So just bear with me. I'll try and get as much done as I can within pain threshold. Yeah. But they will be pre-recorded demos, some of them, and then the colour alongs also will be on live streams. So we will have pre-recorded stuff as well. But yeah, I have to, of course I will. What I might have to do to juggle it is do my Tuesday and Saturday live streams, and Thursday will be the pre-recorded. You know, like I did with the shopping one. I might do pre-recorded so they can be the demos. A pre-recorded demonstration like denim, then the mermaid towels with the fish scales and the shine. The Chameleon Week will be live streams as well. I can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that. Oh no, Shanda, was that your channel is in living color? Oh, you've got a channel now. And Honor, right, this is your time, guys. Share your channels. If you've got a channel, share it now. Share. Honor's got one now as well. So if you've got a channel, everybody, now's your chance. Just put it in the comments now and let everyone know in the chat. And if you're watching this back and you want new channels to follow, then go over to the ladies and gents that will share with you. If you stream, what stream times are you streaming? Let everybody know. Go ahead, share away. Oh, Tess is like 217. That's it. Let everyone know. Go ahead, and if you stream, let people know stream times and days. And if you don't, and obviously you're uploading, then just say, I've got a channel, and people can go and head over to you. I don't mind people sharing. I just don't like people spamming, but that's different. You're not. You're friends. Just share. What time's that for me, Andrea? I didn't even know you had a channel. Yeah, Tess, the 24 packs and all the 6 packs. Yeah. So there's 6 24 packs, Tess, and there is 12 6 packs. So yeah, that's how many there are. Andrea, let me write 1 minute, everybody. I want this information. I didn't know you had one. So is it your channel that you're talking now? Hold on, Andrea, because I want to know this. So if I haven't got any of your channel, Danny. All right, channels. 1 second, everyone. So Andrea. Danny, Andrea. Oh, Pickle, congratulations. Oh my gosh, Tess, you got a long way to go. Oh no, of course I'm there. Who else? Shonda. Shonda, you got one. Shonda. Hold on, I'm writing yours down, peoples. Be bright. I have to check you guys out. Oh no, I'm already subbed. Pickle, I'm subbed. Jay. Happy Colorist Jay. 1 second, my sweets. I am writing this down. Hi, Sam. I didn't see you there. Oh, thank you, Monique. Oh, fantastic. And thanks for joining us. Oh, Be Bright, you need to hurry up. No pressure, just saying. Just saying. Okay, so I've got a few of you that I didn't know about. There you go. Thank you. Oh, sorry, Sam. I didn't see you. I wasn't ignoring you. I didn't see. Okay, so we put that down. Then we're going over to our burnt sienna. I'm going to try and skedaddle along a little bit. Nia's got a channel, but then I'm subbed and I'll go to Nia's anyway. So there's a few people. Okay, so strokes now. And I'm just starting to lay them in. Hi, Connie. How are you doing? Good to see you, lady. CB, there's the other one. CB, you got one as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to CB. Oh, Susie, I didn't know you have. Oh my gosh, how many of you now got channels? I'm like way behind in the times. Hold on, Susie. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Fibs is friends in the box. It's from Dee Dee's channel. Fibs is friends in the box. So friends in chat. Katrina! Girl, where have I been? My gosh. Okay. Katrina. There we go. I got to come and sub to you all. Oh my gosh. Susie, it happens to the best of us. Bless you. Well, we've all had that. I've had streams just disappear on me because YouTube robots decided to not upload them, and all that hard work and people were waiting on it, and I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just bringing in, like I usually do with all my hair, I bring in my strands down and about midway, and I'm leaving a sheen. I think Katrina's starting to make videos, Kenny. I believe. Am I right, Katrina? You're going to make videos? I'm pretty sure Katrina said she was setting herself up. Okay, let's make this meat up. Now, this won't be white, as you know. We're getting the first lots in. The whole process is a build-up process. And you've got to start building up to make the colours pop. Yeah, it's always YouTube. Always YouTube. You can always blame YouTube. Okay, so I'm just gonna concentrate for a minute. I won't be in the chat for a second. Well, say second, for about 500 seconds. No, for about 5 minutes. Properly. I'll peep up, but I really want to get this first layer down of these colours. So you know that this is just the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and these are the first colour laydowns. I'll come back to that one because that is very swishy. Okay, so we are putting in our first lot. That's all we're doing before we head over to our other colours. And make sure that it's, I mean, it's not super sharp, it's relatively sharp. Can you see that? That's relatively sharp. Ah, Katrina, nice. So what are you going to be doing, Katrina? You're colouring, or I know you're quite strong with your beliefs. Are you going to introduce that to your channel, or? I know quite a lot of people do like Bible journaling, etc. That's quite a nice thing to do if that's, you know, you enjoy that. Okay, I think we're going to go here. And these little areas here, oh, that's okay, Susie. The pressure's on now, though. I always say that to everyone. I'm like, no pressure. When are you making a video? No, there isn't any pressure. Ever. Life first. But we will ask you, when are you making a video? Okay. So nice loose hands on this bend. I'm going to have to just turn it slightly. Oh, you got a free. Where have I been, Susie? I'm a terrible person. I didn't know. I just thought that you, you know, everyone's got a channel, but not everyone makes videos, so I wasn't aware. I swear, I am way behind. Just trust me, I will catch up with people. I've got a backlog of videos anyway that I'm working my way through. And I do get there eventually. It takes me a little while, but I do get there. And when I say I'm going to check you out, I do go. I promise you. Oh, Katrina, that is music to our ears. Oh my gosh. Cooking. We are always, you know who would be really happy with that? Dev. He's always asking you about your food. I like it. It's the 3 C's, Katrina. The 3 C's. Katrina, colouring, and cooking. You should name it the 3 C's. Ah, brilliant. I love things like that. It's like life. Life. Connie, you got 18 subscribers. Connie's not got a channel, bless her. You do. Everyone's got one. It's just that you haven't got content, like Kenny just said. That makes me laugh. Everyone's like subscribing to everyone, and everyone's like, I haven't got videos. Okay, well, subscribe, and it might pressure you. People, I don't care. Okay, so I've put in some of that already. I've not. Oh, Nichols, you've been a professional chef for 30 years. Wow. You would be horrified at my diet. I hardly eat properly anymore. So I have to take a million pills to compensate for what nourishment I don't take in. I just lost my love of food. Maybe Katrina can help that out. Okay, so I'm just putting in this burnt sienna. Now, this isn't how it's going to look. This is our first, you know, lay downs. Yes, Bunny. Of course, Bunny's got one. I watch Bunny's uploads. There's a few that don't join the live streams either that have channels. So if you do, then let people know in the comments of the upload, because some people watch these back and they're not in the actual live streams, and they might have channels. So let everyone know. Shout about it. because people read the comments and they can have a look. Okay, so as you can see, we've got quite a big white open space, which is what we're after because we're going to fill it in with our original colour. So again, this part here around this bend, this bit's a bit trickier, so just keep with it nice and loose and just follow the illustration. That's the thing, that's the trick, as you've heard me say with hair many times. Don't go against the illustration, go with it. So if the direction's taking you round, to go round. If it's taking you down, go down. If it goes around a bend, go around a bend. Follow the illustration so that the hair is as realistic as humanly possible. It's a great name, the 3 C's. Katrina's cooking and colouring channel. Great stuff. I'm absolutely abysmal now. I'm a good cook, but I'm crap with making my own food now because I just don't ever want anything. Like if you ask me what I've got for dinner tonight, I could tell you what Andrew's got. Me, no. No, not at all. Right, we're just going to go continue on this section here and down here, and we've got that little area there too. I'm just going to turn, I'll have to turn you for a minute. There we go. So nice sharp pencil now. And I'm just adding a little bit more of this colour in this particular section because it is quite a large area here in comparison to these small ones. So I have to work a little bit harder on this because there's no grayscaling to it. There is lines, but they're not grayscaled, they're just line art. So you have to work that tad harder. Take care, Nana. Thanks for coming as always, my dear. You just got to make sure that you add in the design so that you've got a line to go with. We are almost done, guys, on terms of the string. We're just doing this bit of hair. Okay. We've got to come back, do that background and do these branches. So we'll come back on another stream and do that, finish that up. So we are just following the design here and bringing the pattern round. Oh, Connie, you could take him out on his little leash. You take him out on his harness, don't you? Hi, May. Okay, so we're just going around this part here. May, your husband's gone bingo. He popped in and he's gone bingo. I thought you were with him. Right, and then this part here, we're just going to bring these strands round. And then the same with these. This is at an awkward angle, so bear with me. My hand's going to have to go over the page. I'm going to just have to try. This is at such an awkward angle for me. I hope this comes out all right. Just bring those around and down into these areas. Okay, we've got that colour down. Next. Oh, bless him. Does he eat it? Does he eat it, Connie? Take care, Pickle. Thanks for coming as always. Right, let's get our next colour, which is the Van Dyke Brown, however you say it. Now, I'm going to be adding the deeper tones here before we add the lighter ones and into all that white space. So this is just going to define it a bit more before we add the red and the lighter tones back in. So as I said, with liner, you have to work that bit harder. Whereas Grayscale has kind of done this for you. You haven't got to work as hard with the lines because you've got starting points. This is now for you to really work into it and do that yourself. Yeah, I know, May. I know. He's gone to spend whatever he did get back. Okay, so we're just adding a bit, not all. As I said, we're going to bring those other tones back in and you'll see what a big difference that makes. But it's a case of making the definition first. Prismas, you just have to keep sharpening it. Connie, he's good. I know, May. I know. You just got to catch him, eh? Yeah. He's gone to gamble back what he's got. No, good for him. I used to like going bingo. I didn't go often, but if I did, I enjoyed it every time. Never blooming won anything, though. Does anyone else go bingo? I've been a few times, and I did enjoy it. I really did. But I wasn't quick enough. I used to be like, I can't get them quick enough on my dabbing, like when I used to dab down. Yeah, bingo's good. Yeah, rotate your pencil, but it is just a case of sharpening them with the Prismas. And don't press down as heavy. Build up. Because it's so easy to, because they're so waxy. They lose their sharpness, don't they, Susie? Okay, so let's bring some in here as well. Now, I'm going to bring in the burnt carmine before I bring in the original tones. Now, I want to make this a bit more red, like we've got in our succulents. So I'm going to start to introduce that in, like we did on the other. And just really look at making those tones be, you know, introducing in. Thanks, Kat Jo. Take care. So I'm just going to make sure that that's pronounced there. And the same, I'm sort of just going to, I'm not going to add too much. I don't want a heavy influence of it, but I do want it in there. So you will see this quite liney, but don't forget, we've still got to bring back the original colour and put that all into those white sections. Anyone that's going, take care. I know, Nichols. I just can't. And my partner, Andrew, he is terrible. He just cannot play to save his life. And he didn't know the sort of pattern of how to do it. So he used to say to me, what am I doing? What am I doing? And then I'd miss, you know, what had been called on my own sheet. And I was like, oh, you are never coming with me again. You are never. And how are we going to get anything won when you're here asking me how to do your sheets as well? So he's only ever been with me once. And do you know, I haven't been in years, probably about 6 years now was the last time I went. But yeah, I would never take him again. He is an absolutely terrible bingo player. Terrible. Right, stop asking me. Shush. Shush, Andrew. I'm like, you shouldn't have come. It's like, but I wanted to try. I was like, yes, but look, we will win nothing because you're asking me. Thank you, Becca. Okay, so we're going to bring also into these areas here. Now I want this to be a little bit deeper on the red, so I'm going to put quite a fair amount here. Okay, and then also in there. Right, now I want to bring back the original colour. So all those, is that the right note? All those areas that we've got white, I need to just take that out. So go into all those white sections very, very lightly, very lightly. So with the original colour. Let's make sure that we've got this right. Hold on, everybody. So just make sure all those white areas, barring that bit because that's a bit branch, is completely covered. This is brown here. Okay. Just make sure you've got it completely covered from all your white sections. I want to colour by numbers page with pencils when you played bingo in the hospital last year. Oh, brilliant. My hubby and I went bingo up in New Hampshire, walked in, all eyes were on us. Oh no. See, I find that so bad because we live in such a different world now, Bunny. And I suppose because the older era or the older generation, it was less so, but nowadays, no. Nowadays, no. And, you know, good for you. Why shouldn't you? I haven't been bingo in so long. But I would never go with Andrew again, trust me. Never would I take him again. I would rather just not go. Even though I could have won that night. It's terrible. Okay, so what I think I do, I'm going to bring my black in first before I add any of the black cherry. And I'm going to have to turn. Just turn you a minute. There you go. And add all this sort of definition. Oh, you lost your colour in mojo, Danny. Excuse me. Why are you barking? Eh? Why are you barking? Are you saying hello? That's okay. I don't mind you saying hello. You can come and say hello in a minute if you want to, little ma'am. Okay, let's make sure we got the black in. We're going to put some of that purple in and we're just going to sit back, look at what we might need to touch up, and that will be it for today's stream. Okay. Trying to feed you. We do, yeah, we do have nature's aloe, yeah. Oh my god. Well, it turned out all right then. Okay, let's put in some black cherry. So I'm going to have to be quite careful with this. Now, Prismas are notorious for breaking at a very sharp point. Now, I don't want too much of this because it will take away the whole, you know, tones, but I do need to add some in. I have a heavier influence into the root. So go from kind of the root sections there and just add in. And then we're going to sort of have a look at what we need to tweak. And that will be it for today. Oh, sorry about blocking the light then. I keep having to move. Thank you so much, Kenny. You have a good nap and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for joining as always, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to put some there. Same into this area here. going to put some here. And I also want to bring like, there we go, just like some strands. So also here. Let's add our definition in. I'm just gone quiet for a minute because I really am just concentrating on this last section. What did I say to remind me of about at the end that I needed to show you? I can't even remember. So I need to write things down. Oh, the colours that we used, that was right. My brain is honestly like mush sometimes. Right, let's zoom out a minute. Oh, Katrina, you won't regret it. Okay, let's have a look at what we need to add. So I think I'm just going to add some black to, I'm just going to darken those strands up. Okay, so that's just to add just like some definition really. Bear with me. I am going to just make that a little bit darker here. Yeah, and Dee Dee's working in this as well. She's done a beautiful start on the owl page. So if you haven't checked yesterday's stream of Dee Dee's out, which you probably have by now, come on. If you haven't, then go and have a look. It's brilliant. Dee Dee got this as well for her birthday. And she has started the page with the owl. Okay, let's put some Parma Violet. That's what I wanted to do into our skin, and then we are done. Done for today. Right, let's grab, and I will recap all the colours that we have used today in all 3 sets, and hopefully that will help. And now we have used Polys, Prismas and Luminance because that's my usual 3. Now the reason I do swap over into 3 sets, I know that some people don't and they only use 1 set. I can't convert it all over to 1 set. That's impossible for me. You'll have to just check it against the colours. But if you, for instance, if you don't have the luminance, you're going to just have to have a look at a colour chart of the luminance and try and find the nearest tones to what you set you have got. But I do have these 3 sets and I do enjoy using them all together. So most of my colour alongs are usually mixed with all 3. And that's just my style. I prefer to mix my pencils. Take care, Jay. Thanks for coming. Right, because I am almost done, guys. Almost done. So I'm just adding any finishing touches up. The Parma Violet is just to add a little bit of a violet tone to her. Again, it matches in with the rest of her because you've got purple here, we've got purple in her hair, and the good thing is that the purple really does sort of complement, as well as the red in her hair, just complement everything sort of all together. It really brings it out. I really, really like it all together. Okay, what I think I might do, let me just see this colour a minute. 1 second, everybody. Un momento. Uno momento. If I can find it. Where is it? It'd be good when I could find something, that it usually escapes me. Thank you, Susie. I can't find the colour I'm after. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Hold on. I will find it anytime soon would be good. Anytime soon will be perfect. I found it. Okay. So also the raspberry, I just want to see something. Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to add little tones of that as well. So this is the Prismacolor. The raspberry is perfect. Added in there. Yes, that's what I was looking for all along. Just that last tone. This is in the Prismacolors. Perfect. That was a tone that I'd been after to go with the black cherry. Okay. Just wanted that red tinge. Hi, Modja. Oh, okay. You're painting the stairs. Take a break. Have a tea. Have a cuppa. What colour you gone for? Okay. So we have pretty much covered all of the hair and the face now of what I wanted to do. Now I did want a deeper tone in her face, but I don't know if I want to risk putting an extra tone in there. I might muck it up. Let me just see something because I can always take away. Now this is the raspberry. Now I have got the lightest touch known to mankind on this. Just wanted to deepen that up a bit. Take care, May. Thanks, Joey. I'm nearly done, guys. This is what, yeah. So this is just finishing touches of what I was sort of looking for. Okay, so I'm just adding a bit of the raspberry Prismacolor in. Okay. Apple. Hold on. Undo. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. 1 second, everybody. Hold on. There we go. I was trying to work that out then. Okay, so I really like that tone added in. So this is the lightest touch. And then just with my white, luminance white, let me find the card. Hold on, I've got to find it now. Oh, where's it gone on me? There we go. I'm just going to blend out that edge there. So be careful of your eyelashes if you're doing this. Just blend it out. I quite like that then. That just highlighted her cheek perfectly for me. Right, I think that's it for today. Or do I want to add a little bit of black? Oh my gosh, you know when you just sort of look at things and you just want to tweak? Hold on, I'm nearly done, I promise you. So just the black too, it really is just to go round a bit. So you can use this at your own discretion with the amount of black that you personally want on your page. I don't use too much, it's just a tad, just to highlight a bit that, you know, there's a definite shadow. And then underneath her chin, I'm just going to define that line. And the same with underneath here, I'm just going to define that a little bit. Okay, right, that is it. So that's all we've done for today. I will just recap the colours that we have used. We've used quite a few. Oh, let's come this side. Right. So I will recap the colours for what that we have used. Now the hair had a few colours in. We did add a bit of raspberry at the end. So I need to take that out of the ring. Take care. Thanks for joining. Okay, so the hair we had, I'm just sorting out my colours for you. Wasn't that one, that one, hold on, that one. Okay, so the skin had various colours and the hair had various colours. So I'll quickly recap for you. So the hair had Polychromos, burnt carmine. This was the hair. Take care, everyone that's going. Black cherry Prisma, Poly. I'll leave them here if you want a screenshot. That was the hair. So the hair had black poly, Van Dyke brown poly, burnt carmine, nougat, and burnt sienna. And the two prismas we added in was raspberry and black cherry. Yeah, so that was the hair. And then the skin, we used various colours to mix in. So we used Prisma, these were the luminance, and these were the prismas. So hold on, luminance, prisma, luminance, prisma, 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 prisma. Okay, so the colours that we used on that was burnt ochre 50%, burnt sienna 50%, luminance, and burnt ochre 10%. They were the luminance. The prisma colours were sienna brown, light peach, espresso, nectar, palmer violet, peach, deco pink, and beige. So they were all the colours if you wanted me to recap. If you want to take a screenshot, now's your time. And then that will be it for today's session. I should be back on Tuesday at my usual time, either between 3:30 and 4. If I can get on earlier, I will do, but it's usually between those times. Thank you ever so much for joining me, as always, for your company, for your amazing awesomeness, as you always are. I hope you enjoyed today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see those of you that are on other streams over the weekend if I get to pop onto any of them. Until then, guys, I'll see you Tuesday. Thanks for joining me. Lots of love. Lots of love. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye, everyone.